from inside Studio 42, Bill Ripken, Ozzie Smith, and Sean Casey. And here we are with arguably one of the best shortstops to ever play this game. But we're going to have a little fun first, and we're going to go to a clip.
Oh,
and we're going to go back a few years.
How far are we going back?
Back when
you had a little more hair.
A little younger, a few more pieces of hair. And we're going to check you out on the baseball bunch.
I take it you're a shortstop.
Yeah.
Shortstops get a lot of ground balls hit at them, so therefore you can't make a lot of mistakes. You've got to learn the fundamentals, learn to catch the baseball.
Sounds good.
Johnny, some ground balls for the shortstops, please.
Well, we don't have Johnny Bench with us, but we do have Sean Casey.
Johnny Casey.
Yeah, Johnny Casey. So Johnny's going to hit you a few ground balls, and we're going to talk about it. All the great plays you made in your career, all right? You could probably list them 1 through 100, 1 through 500, whatever it may be. But it really does go back to that clip. It's about fundamentals.
It's about fundamentals. And when I talk to young kids today, if you can't catch and throw the baseball, we're all wasting our time. So that's where it starts, learning to catch and throw the baseball properly. You know, when I'm out playing catch, catch is not chasing the ball.
Right.
Catch, fundamentals, you learn to catch the ball in your chest. You throw it back to the guy you're playing with. You're not chasing the ball all the time. And I work with my son a lot, you know, and so that's one of the main things that we work on, catching and throwing the baseball, because without that, we're wasting everybody's time.
Well, that's what I tell kids, too. When you put a glove on your hand, you catch it and throw it. I don't care if you play short, you play second, you play center. If you catch it first, you throw it second. So we're going to get Johnny Casey, get you a couple ground balls. We're going to watch the Wizard catch a few.
Okay, what I've always tried to do before we get started here is make sure that you get yourself in a good, comfortable fielding position. And the way that I found it is most easy for young kids to understand is to try and catch the ball on the instep of your left foot. If you catch the ball on the instep of your left foot, you automatically put yourself in a position to be able to throw to any base you want to throw to. If it's to first base, you're already in a position to throw there. If it's to second base, it's nothing more than a pivot. You just open your left leg and throw. So learning to catch the ball and the timing is to catch it on the instep of your left foot and throw to whichever base you're going to. If you go ahead there, Sean. You get yourself in a position. You just drop it. You put the glove down, and you want to keep. It's easier to read a ground ball from low to high than it is from high to low. So you always want to get as low as you possibly can, and keep your head as still as you possibly can as you go, which means that I have to stay on my toes. You don't want to catch the ball, feel the ball on your heels, because just like with the fly ball, if your head's moving, if you're on your heels. So a good fielding position is always to feel the ball on your toes and on the instep of your left foot. And those are the fundamentals that I teach kids before we do anything else. If you catch and throw the baseball, and you make sure that you see the ball all the way into your glove.
All right, now with that being said, that is the fundamental parts. But I think what we talked about earlier in the open is the amazing plays that you made. We're going to take a look at a few of those, and then we're going to see how you did some of those throws across the diamonds when you one-hop some balls.
Okay, well, you know, here again, it always goes back to fundamentals. As we watched that one play in San Diego whereby, as you see the ball, as I start to dive, the ball actually goes back in a different direction. The only way for me to get to the ball is to reach back with my bare hand because my glove hand was gone.
Right.
And that just comes from being in a good fundamental fielding position. My thing was that any time I went left or right, 3 or 4 feet or steps, and I would dive. And that was just an automatic thing that I did. I didn't practice that or anything. It was just one of those innate abilities that I was born with. And as I dove on that particular play, the ball hit, and it goes behind me, so I'm parallel to the ground. And the only way for me to get it, because my glove hand is gone, is to reach back with my bare hand, which I did here. I was able to scramble to my feet, and the most surprised person in the ballpark was Jeff Burrows, because he thought it was a base hit up the middle.
But I tell you what, if I can look at that again, because what amazes me, yes, the bare hand.
Yes.
But when you get up, look at where you throw the ball to the first baseman. That's about chest high.
Well,
because that is one thing that I noticed about you. When you made diving plays, it wasn't almost a great play. You finished the play over there.
It was a completion of the play. And, you know, I got traded for a guy that was a pretty good shortstop in Gary Templeton, one of the most talented players that I've ever had the chance to play against. And a guy that played with both of us said to me, he said, the difference is that both of you guys get to a lot of the same balls, but you completed more plays. So I took a lot of pride in being able to complete the play.
All right, let me do one in the hole, Wiz,
Okay.
because I know you went to your right sometimes, and sometimes you use this carpet, and we're in this nice studio that's got some nice carpet, so I'm going to try to take it easy
Okay,
on
now
you.
this is something that I stole from Davey Concepcion. Davey Concepcion, playing on AstroTurf in Cincinnati, really developed this more than anything, and I just kind of, it was one of the things that I stole as I went through the process here.
So I'm going to try to simulate a line drive one-hopper into the hole. I want you going to the right. When you go over there, your momentum's taking you away from
That's
first
right.
base.
It's taking me away from first base, so it's easier to plant on this foot here and throw the ball one hop to the first baseman than it is for me to try and stop, now gather myself, and throw the ball all the way.
When you, hey, Oz, when you throw it to the first baseman, though, you're looking. What are you looking for as far as your hop goes? Where are you looking to throw the ball?
A certain spot. That's where my basketball skills come in. The old bounce pass. You know, knowing where to throw the ball to give you the best. The best chance of catching the ball, and I'm trying to hop it to where it's right a waist high for you, so that it's not that tough of a play.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take it easy on you first, and I'm going to get you loose, and we're going to go a little further. Line drive one hopper. Attaboy, Case, give it to me.
As you see, I try and put it in a spot that's waist high, and what happens is that it becomes, if you do it enough, it becomes second nature. And so every day that I went out and I took ground balls, this was one of the things that I worked on.
Well, that's going to do it for us in Studio 42. That's the way the Wizard did it. Sean Casey's still picking all them bad throws you threw.
That's right.
Got it,
You look good.
You still got it.